Hi, everybody. Welcome to E-Town Hall on this lovely, balmy Saturday. I just want to say a couple of things before the whole thing starts. First, that the idea of E-Town and E-Town Hall was really about using music as a way of both bringing people together and trying to make things better, make a difference. And there is no way to know whether we've had any success over the last 32 years or not, but we've been putting it out there. But what I want to say is that this evening, here in this building that was built with that purpose in mind, there is a perfect synchronicity with what is about to happen. Rebecca set out on this project 3 years ago to navigate this balancing act between music and the power that music has to bring people together, and the idea that we can actually lift those in need up a little bit. She traveled around. She went to work with a dozen different nonprofit organizations doing work that she respected, came back, wrote a song about each experience, made a record based on those songs, welcomed, I think, 8 or 9 of those dozen here tonight to be represented. And so there is this perfect synchronicity, and what I really want to focus on, or I want you to remember, is the intention that she had when she set upon this journey. A good vision and good intention, and it is made manifest tonight. So with that, here's Rebecca Folsom.
Thank you. Yum. You guys are wonderful. All right, here we go. Now we invite you, holding tightly, sweat on brow, tangled in worry, wondering how. Listen gently, touch the ground. The moment takes you on waves of sound. Now, releasing postures, fists unfurled, embrace unknowing in this changing world. The castle's crumbling, falling fast, endless turning is all that lasts. The spinning of stars, hummingbird wings in a dance, all alive in this field of change. Surrender as release, offering pearls, the heart's sacred vow, empty and full, jewels and clouds. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So that song was, we're going to do every song on the album, and but plus two that didn't quite make it on the album. And that song to me always felt like it was one of the first songs out of the chute. And you know, sometimes the first thing out of the chute doesn't always make it in the big deal, but it's the precursor that like opens the door to it. And the best way I can think about that, you know, I'm going to go secular on you here, just warning, that it's like, you know, Mother Mary came before Jesus, and she was a big deal, you know. Jesus was kind of, he got all the press. So, all right, this we're going to do a couple of little mellow ones, and then we're going to bring the whole band in and knock your little socks off. But thank you all so much. This is just an amazing moment to really kind of being in the now with you. Yeah, right? That's all we got. So this song kicks off the CD, and this is about, we got to find some new ways to do things. So this is called New Way Home. Walking on this road, a new way to carry this heavy load, a step that moves a little lighter, find a sky that's a little brighter, 'cause the old way's not anymore. Gotta find a new way home. Gotta find a new way of moving through the rain. Let it roll down my back and wash away. When I see those dark clouds coming, instead of turning around and running, gonna catch the wind and ride on out the storm. Gotta find a new find a new way of breathing in and out, a way to find my feet on this shaky ground. All those answers I've been chasing, well, the truth's right here for facing. Gonna trust myself, I'll know which way to go. Gonna find a new way home. Gonna find a new way home. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. There, you know, I realize that there's so many people to thank tonight that I am sure to, like, not thank all of you. But I'm just gonna say thank you all right now. So yes, thank you all. I wanted to say that first song, Open Hand, was written with Roshi Retta Lawler, and she is a Zen teacher that I've been studying with for about 21 years now. And we went into her house and we opened up the window and we let the sounds of the garden in, and they created that song, Open Hand, and we opened to it. And that last one I wrote with Sally Barris, a fabulous hit songwriter out of Nashville. And this one I did all by myself, and with the help of many, many people and their stories. I wrote this song in alliance with the Boulder Shelter for the Homeless. And they were so gracious and let me into the shelter, and I talked with the staff, I talked with the counselors, and then spoke with the people that had experienced homelessness and were experiencing homelessness, and wrote the song. And then I wrote it again, because the first one just wasn't good enough, and I was like, it's good, but it needs to go deeper. And I brought a little bit more of my own experience. My sister was homeless on and off quite a bit for years, and I had a very petite experience of homelessness when I was a teenager. And so we created this song, Mercy. Standing on the corner, two homeless daughters, young eyes that have seen too many things, shivering there with broken wings. Even now the memory stings. The rain was cold, cut to the bone, the kind you feel when you're all alone. But the pain that hit even harder was the look on the face of our father, driving up in his car and choosing not to bother. We can make the angels sing, or we can make them cry. All the trouble that living brings can't help but wonder why. Not mercy, 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 for heaven's sake. Oh, mercy. Please heal this human ache. Well, I got out, but my sister's in deep. Lost her mind, living on the street. caught in the undertow of mistreating, while I built a fortress of succeeding, and lost track of her tender heart beating. We can make the angels sing. That's too early on that. I missed a whole half a verse. I'm gonna hang here on the one while I figure out what to do next. I'm gonna go here. Nice little D turnaround. If she's gone mad, how is that? That I'm the one acting crazy, like that night I dropped her last Christmas Eve. As the snow fell, she turned the key to the storage locker where she'd sleep, and I pretended not to see. We can make the angels sing, or we can make them cry. With all the trouble that living brings, can't help but wonder why. Not mercy, 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 for heaven's sake, oh mercy. Please heal this human ache. Sister passed away this year. Wiser now, the choice was clear. We brought her home before she departed, going back to where we started, with a prayer for the open hearted. Mercy, 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 for heaven's sake, oh mercy. Please heal this human. Mercy, mercy, for how we break, oh mercy. Please heal this human ache. Thank you. All right, now it's time to bring out the big guns. All right, everybody. We got the most wonderful. Well, before we move on to everybody else, this is Mr. Tom Wasinger here. Totally give up for Tom Wasinger. He was very obliging. He has this amazing recording studio up Sugarloaf that he's traveled the world for years and years, and he's bought all these amazing instruments, and they're all hanging on the walls in this round room. And when you sing, which is what I did on much of the album, all the instruments are open and they're singing with you. And it's really pretty fabulous. And he obliged me by bringing about 5 of his instruments, so that was very kind of him. All right, so this is the title track to the CD. He wrote this with Kim Crescelius, who is here in the audience.
Where's Kim?
Yeah.
There she is.
Sally Barris and Nick Forster was part of this song too, so really, really beautiful. We put this song out during the pandemic because we just thought, it makes no commercial sense to put a song out during the pandemic. But we were like, the people need this song, so we put it out, and we ended up being the song is a semifinalist in the International Songwriting Contest, which is pretty cool. So here we go. Let's do it. One voice rising in the darkness. One voice, no matter how small. One voice, each of us together becomes the one voice of us all. One voice, one voice, one word, one word, one choice. Love, show us how we can make a sanctuary, a safe refuge, a higher ground. One people living in one world, each act of love. Show us how. In one world we are brothers and sisters. One world, it's really rather small. One world, ours to care for. One world together, sanctuary for all. And one voice, one voice, one word, one choice. Love, show us how we can make sanctuary, a safe refuge, a higher ground. One people, one world. Each act of love, show us how. Show us how. We are listening. All right, this next song, I have to be honest, I didn't want to write this next song. This song scared me. And wrote this, I wrote this with Heather Kawamoto out in Seattle and Dee Moore out in Seattle with her. And we wrote it as three women of three different races, a song on race. And when I first went to write this song, I was like, oh man, I can't write this song. But when I came together with two other women, and the three of us put our heads together and we came up with this song. Heartbroken, a mother's words are spoken, bringing up a baby in a world that is unjust. With tears on her face, she says, when will my boy, because of race, go from innocent to being framed as dangerous? All I want is to connect, to love and have respect. Tell me, when did our humanity, our sanity, get trained out of us? Try to see it through a mother's eyes. Our sons and daughters are suffering. Rise, rise, open your eyes. Can you hear my plea? Have the courage to see through a mother's eyes. Wasn't that long ago, white mother revealed during Jim Crow. We're at a Sunday picnic, our children by our side. For entertainment and control, our husbands hung a black child from a pole. To save our own, we sat there screaming inside, did not cry out horrified. Shoved it down deep, closed our eyes and went to sleep. For generations to carry the pain inside, bury the shame and deny, while the truth cries. Try to see through a mother's eyes. Our sons and daughters are suffering. Rise, rise, open your eyes. Can you hear my plea? Have the courage to see through. These words, they echo still from the mother of Emmett Till. Open my son's casket, show the world this racist crime. Lay him out in my living room, my agony for all to view, with hopes that there will be change this time. If this was your child, you would be screaming wide, no longer live. If you faced it, if you really faced it, you would have to do something. If you face faced it, if you really faced it, you would have to rise. Oh, stop the suffering. Together we can reclaim our humanity through a mother's eyes. Thank you. Heather Kawamoto D. Moore assisting on that. Isn't that an amazing instrument over there, the nickel harpa? Woohoo! I don't think we put like one regular mandolin on this, you know, on this album. It's all these really cool instruments. That is Sandra Wong over there playing on the nickel harpa and the fiddle. So this next song I co-wrote with Mr. Mark Oblinger here, and we are, yes.
Thank you.
So this song was done with one of the nonprofits who's in the house. The Realness Project is amazing, amazing work. With the Realness Project is Lori Lazar and her team, and they are incredible what they do. And they brought me into the prisons that they're working in, and they're teaching life skills and connection skills and communication and how to be with yourself and like really get your feelings and all that, giving prisoners skills. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, I probably just butchered what they really do, but that was my perspective, and I just watched amazing things happen. And so we went into prison and I talked with the guys, and I came back and Mark and I wrote the song, and then had the pleasure of going back. I don't know if I'd say pleasure. I had the honor of going back into the penitentiary, and we recorded the guys singing on the song, and which is amazing. They were incredible. And then we just went back last weekend to the penitentiary, and we did a concert there for the guys, you know, everyone. And the guys that sang on the song got up and rapped and sang on it, and they were like 7 standing ovations. It was pretty amazing. And you know, guys coming up with like tattooed eyebrows and tough big guys and crying, you know, it was just like, it was so beautiful. It was the heart of Sanctuary, you know. And so really what the plan is to take this out into the world and get, you know, people up singing that don't normally get to be heard. So we'll have a little bit of that later too, but here we go with Brothers. Brother, brother, brothers, we are not alone. 3, 4. I rub the sting from barbed wire fences. You push the stones out to reveal. We unbury the ache inside, the sorrows and secrets we hide, so we can finally heal. Then the light of love comes calling to our weary, broken hearts. Relaxing fists, softening eyes, and it lifts us up, helps us rise. Oh, brothers, 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 we are not alone. Can we listen to each other? Let understanding be the way leads to brighter days. Let loving be the key that sets us free. the labels, you'll shed old stories. We'll repair the damage that's been done. Losing fear and pride, humble and dignified, we'll raise from the wreckage a new home. We are capable of so much beauty, so much to realize. Can we reach out to each other, know our brothers, and make a better life? Oh, brother, brother, brothers, we are not alone, and we listen to each other. Let understanding be the way, leads to brighter days. Let loving be the key that sets us free. Mr. Tom Wasinger on the Wasinger.
So the guys at the prison, they came up with these lines. We're going to repeat them. I'm not tied to the world. I got wings.
If you look in my eyes, do you not see yourself in me?
Oh, brother, you are my brother. Trial after trial, you're still my brother.
It's time to make a change. That time is now.
The chains ripped from all of us can only make us all heal if we believe.
My life is not a waste. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Mr. Mark Oblinger, Robert Johnson, the Realness Project making that possible. I think the better thing to say about the Realness Project is teaching prisoners how to authentically relate and be real. So really, that's good for all of us. You think about the prisoner inside. That's a really good thing to do, is be authentic. So I think I'm over there, right? So this song is one that I wrote. I actually wrote this about my sweetie, and I used a line in this that I wanted to use for 20 years, over 20 years. A dear friend had said this to me. He actually was in his morphine, like leaving this planet time, and I was sitting next to him, reading to him, and he'd been like that for days, and then he just popped up. And he said, "Hey, Rebecca, I came back to tell you something." I was like, "Holy shit," And then he started talking, and I thought, okay, maybe he is kind of morphined out. But he started saying, everything's a garage sale item. He said, everything. And then it made more sense. He said, your degrees and your houses and your cars and all those things, he said, they're garage sale items. He said, you just kind of put them in a pile. And he said, the only thing light enough to take with you is love. And then he went back down. That was the last I ever heard from him. So that line finally, I'm goosebumping, that line finally made it into this song. And during the Sanctuary 3.5 years that this all happened, my sweetie got really sick and had to go in for a surgery. And they almost lost him in the surgery. They tore like one of his an important artery. And, when the doctors come out and they're all like, poker-faced, they're like, everything went really well, really, but you see the bead of sweat coming off. And but as I wrote this from the moment of Roger looking at me, holding my hand, and then they started to wheel him away, and he kind of leaned over up to me, and he said, "We had a good run, sweetie." And I was like, "Whoa!" And, what does an artist do with that? You write a song. So this is called Only Kindness. Our comfortable life in slow motion, in pieces shattered in the air, in stunning impact, silence exploding, lies my heart torn apart by how much I care. Embrace yourself, now we're spinning. I tried to catch you, but you're heavy in the fall. Past being brave, in this battle we're to be winning. Are your eyes with sweet goodbyes, the tragic beauty of it all. And when we've lost enough, dug enough graves, we become tender in our pain. When all the fight is gone, stripped to surrender, only kindness remains. And our world goes on, always in a hurry. After what? Tell me why, going where, and our lives get lost in measuring and worry. When every breath we take, Lord, it's a prayer. And when we've lost enough, dug enough graves, we become tender weight enough to carry with you. So if you're lost, you dug enough, become tender. When all your fight is gone, surrender to only kindness, only kindness. Thank you. All right, we got one more song for you in the set, and then we're going to take a break. And this one is super, super exciting. This is the moment where I ask all the friends of the nonprofits to come up here and sing on this song. So those of you, you know, we sent you the song. Get your hiney hoonies up here, and we're going to have you sing. Come on up. Yeah. Linda Lawson, you need to be coming too. I just wanted you guys to like put a face to these amazing programs and the people that are doing incredible work. You might have to come up over this way. Those stairs are a little strange over there. Come on over this way. All right, so I'm just going to name out a few of these folks that are getting up here, these groups. They are all just, I mean, we could talk over coffee in front of a fire for about 3 hours about all this, but I'm just going to call out their names, and we'll call out their groups and everything. We've got Wendy White and some of her team here from Asheville, North Carolina with Let's Choose Love. Let's Choose Love. Yeah. They're doing these incredible grants and helping anybody and everybody who's got creativity rolling in the place and moving fear to love. So pretty incredible. We also have Cinda Collins Arsenault, and she has something coming up on Thursday, March 2nd. It's called Women Powering Change. And yes, like go to it, check it out. All of these guys have their flyers and everything downstairs, so you can go and see what they're up to. I think there's a bike. They're giving a bike away. Like there's some really great stuff. Speaking of the next one is Popscapes, and Popscapes has been big in Sanctuary and everything. Is the jacket in the house? Amy, have you got the... Coming. Okay, she's bringing it. So one thing I'm just going to tell you about this is Popscapes made this jacket. Is hand painted, hand sewn, and it has Mercy on it, and it's the song Mercy on it. And hold it out here. I'll put it on. Yeah, baby. So they made this for us to auction off. So to benefit Sanctuary, see, it's got the Mercy thing in the back and everything, yeah. So if you guys are willing, we're just gonna do that real fast here. You guys okay with that? You okay with it? Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll rise up and sing it out. So they said that they wanted to get at least $500, but they really wanted to get at least $1,000. So for the project. So I'm just wondering, anybody see this on themselves? Anybody want to? I don't call out.
I'm calling out 1,000 for you, girl.
1,000. Woo! Sanctuary. Awesome. Anybody want to go higher than 1,000? It's cool. It's for Sanctuary. Wait, we got someone over here. 1,500 over here. Woo. We need someone who really can do it. Now I got $1,500. We need like somebody like that. But I'm like the mellowest auctioneer. I don't know. You guys cool with that? $1,500 over here. Anybody want to go higher? It's tax deductible. It's for sanctuary. Yeah, so you can take this on home, give it to your sweetie. One of a kind. It's very beautiful. Yeah. Ah! Okay, the bidding is stopping there. That's freaking awesome, because you know how much I like it. Sold. Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. I just went shopping at a concert. Thank you. Okay, the rest of those don't take this long. But so then we also have the Realness Project. Yes. Our buddies here, Peter Favish too. We have the Morningstar Zen Center here. Do we have anybody up here from the Zen Center? You're there. Well, the Zen people are very quiet over there. Love you. Mwah. And then we have Katie and Gay Hendricks with the Hendricks Institute. Fabulous, fabulous people doing incredible work. We have the International Rescue Committee here. Woohoo! We have the Colorado Women's Education Fund, educating adult women. So cool. Yes. Yay. Beautiful. We have the Boulder Arts Commission and Boulder County Arts Alliance, One Tree Planted, and we have Warrior Storyfield. I see you over there. Okay. What's that? Oh. They have 75 beautiful little butterflies downstairs on the tables to give away. So go down and make sure you get your butterfly. And then did I miss anybody up here? Nope, got everyone. Okay, great. And Nick Forrester with E-Town. I mean, come on. Yeah. Nick, can you come on out? Okay, so Nick helped me produce this song. He's the producer on this one. And I hope you like it. I think you will. And these guys are ready to sing it. You guys ready? All right, you ready? Okay, great. Look at these guys, these nonprofits. We're doing such good work. Yeah. Down where my shadows hide, where all my fears reside. Gonna give 'em air, give 'em light, paint 'em red and burn it bright and rise. Gonna dig down deep and start to heal, curl out the lies and reveal my strongest power in this darkest hour. Lose the doubt, trust it now and rise. Rise up in my power and glory. Rise up even higher. Gonna fly so high. Gonna shine my light. Gonna rise. Rise. This revolution's up to me and you. Those old stories, they were never true. Turn the darkness into fuel. Your shining spirits blazing through and rise. Rise up in our power and glory. Rise up even higher. Gonna fly so high. Gonna shine my light. Gonna rise. them speak. Stretch your wings found in the deep. Trust yourself and dare to leap high. And rise up in our power and glory. Gonna rise up even higher. Gonna fly so high. Gonna shine my light. Gonna rise up in our power and glory. Rise up even higher. Gonna fly so high. Gonna shine my light. Gonna rise. Yes, rise so that we can fly. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yay, song. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you get to meet all these guys downstairs. Go get your drinks and your food and everything. We'll do another set. We got a bunch of little anthems for you. And go say hi to them. And I'll be down signing CDs. So come on down. All right. Ciao. right, we're going to get started again. Wasn't that a refreshing little break? All right. So I came to Steve and Carly to write the song that was the voice of the earth. Sometimes I think the earth is a marginalized individual and community, and we need to hear her and listen to her a little bit more. So I came to Carly and Steve and said, well, we're going to write a song about the environment. And what did you say last night? You're like,
it's such a small topic. How in the world are we going to do this?
But I think of, the reason I asked them, I think of Carly is my friend. She's a tree emissary. And she's out in the trees a lot. And she came back as we were writing the song. We wrote it during the pandemic. And she would come back and she'd be like, well, no, the trees have this to say. And then it would get in the song. So very, very important to have her on this. And then Mr. Szymanski, I mean, come on, just Steve Szymanski lending such beauty on the piano here and bringing his production skill, co-produced this one. And I don't know, you got anything to say about this?
I kind of like how it came out.
That says a lot when Steve feels that way.
I wasn't sure we could do this.
Well, neither was I. But we did. So this is called Home. The earth is crying, our ocean's dying, our forests burning, the tide is turning. We are children of the earth, we are not apart. Can we awaken the wisdom of our heart, ignoring the price we'll pay? Waste growing, we're throwing, but where is a way? Home, 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 our only home. Strong winds are blowing, anxiety growing. These seeds we are sowing, the damage we have done. Now is the time to honor this sacred place, calling us out to what we must face. Unraveling, we hope and pray. More questions than answers. Where is a way? Home, 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 All right. This is one of the first ones we started with. So really the spine of this whole CD was Tom and I together figuring out music and words and putting things together. And the very first day that we started to record up in his studio, Susan, his wife, said, "Oh my goodness, you guys, you have to come out and see." There was a bald eagle and a magpie playing in the tree. You can figure out which one's the bald eagle and which one's the magpie. But that was pretty much the whole project. So very, very... Mr. Tom Wasinger is a 3-time Grammy-winning producer. And he is a wizard with sounds and his subtle ear. So I brought him this song and said, "Do you want to do this album? This is one I've got already." And at that point, you said yes. All right, this is sadly still timely. The crack of dawn hit upon, began to turn the day. Where it go was anybody's guess. How it would end in such a mess. This kind of trouble usually feel coming on the breeze, but the darkness surprised us, bitter, cold, and unjust. It has us on our knees in my little town. People's eyes fall to the ground. They hang their heads and pray. And in my little town, people's eyes are on the ground. What was lost can't be found. It's on the wind. Innocence has blown away in my little town. He was a good kid, kind of quiet, kept to himself, folks would say. The truth was harder to believe. The shadows we don't want to see. A life tortured and twisted, sitting next to us every day. Then we arm him with a slick gun, years of pent-up ammunition. Well, he made somebody pay. In my little town, people's eyes fall to the ground. They hang their heads and pray. And in my little town, lives in pieces all around. What was lost can't be found. It's on the wind. Innocence has blown away. In my little town, we never thought that we had anything to fear. Terror happens somewhere else. It'll never happen here in my little town. The crack of dawn hit upon, began to turn the day. Where it go was anybody's guess. Thank you. I want to invite someone up. Bob, Lisi, get your honey hoony up here. There he is. I see him coming here. So we pretty much thought we had the album wrapped, And then I was singing at a benefit concert, a concert that benefited Warrior Storyfield, and who is here tonight giving you these beautiful butterflies. And as I was getting ready to sing, they got up and spoke. Robert, who runs Warrior Storyfield, and Bob got up and spoke. And Bob told his story about being a medic on the front lines in Vietnam. And so I've invited him to come up here and lend his voice on this stage, veteran and with a veteran story. And we gathered together and we gathered together on this snowy day. It was like cold snow, but we were outside with the Warrior Storyfield, these huge sculptures that the veterans are all creating. And we had the fire and the ash was coming down, and Bob was telling his story. And I just wanted him to tell you a little bit about his experience.
Thank you. Such an honor to be here. Quite unbelievable for me. That event that she's talking about was the first time that I'd met Rebecca. I had not heard her sing before, didn't know who she was. And telling my story, I had spoken of the time I came home from Vietnam. And at a dinner the third night I was home, a couple of other veterans who had been home over a year were watching me, and they were looking at me, and one of them said to his buddy, he's got that stare. And I didn't know what he was talking about. His buddy looked at me and looked back at his friend and said, yeah, he's got that stare. And referring to a 1,000-yard stare was, it's a term coined in World War I over 100 years ago, having to do with too much sensory input from the shelling and noise and chaos and the screams, etc. And you just can't take anymore. For me, as a medic, I had to find a way I could shut that noise out so I could do my job, because you can't physically leave. You can't leave the battlefield. You can't leave your aid station. You have to be there. And since you can't physically leave, you find a way to emotionally leave. And then the problem is when you get home, there's no on switch. And Rebecca heard that and moved something for her. And at the intermission, she said she wanted to write a song for the Warrior Storyfield, and she wanted to call it 1,000-Yard Stare. And from there, we set a time that we would meet, and we met on the patio of the studio of the Warrior Storyfield, between the 18-foot dragon and a phoenix bird, and with a fire going in a homemade pot-bellied stove.
Intense.
Yes. And we spent about 3-4 hours telling my story. I told my story. She shared some of hers. And she was writing and listening, and I was talking. And a couple weeks later, I went to another event where she played at the Trident Imports. And I was at the intermission. A gentleman came up and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Are you Bob?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "My name's Roger, and I'm Rebecca's husband. And I wanted to meet you," he said, "because I don't know what you said to her, but when she came home from your place or from the Storyfield, she shut herself in and didn't come out for several days writing the song." And I just was touched. I knew that whatever came from this woman, this person, and this talented person, it was going to be awesome. And towards the next spring, she came out to the Storyfield and played for Robert and I the song that she had written. And from there, we kind of waited for the sanctuary to come out.
He's talking about the elephant in the room.
And here it is, and well worth the wait, just incredible. It just, I don't know what else I can say except I'm so grateful at the time that my world connected with Rebecca's, that I could tell my story. I was able to, because it took me 40 years from the time I came home till I could tell my story to another human being, and I could listen to other veterans. And that's pretty typical. And I'm really grateful that when I could tell my story to her, she could listen. And we need people to listen.
Bob Lisi. Okay, so here's the song. A young man sleeping up on the age of 21, shell-shocked, they're breaking me into the ways of war. Learning quickly day in and day out, the blood of children on my hands, insanity shout. If I get out of here, I'll never be the same. Anything soft, you turn to stone. Every day dreaming of getting back home. Marching in with a hope and a prayer, coming out with a metal heart and 1,000-yard stare. They shipped us home, purple ribbon on our breast, but the battle didn't stop here. No rest, friends gather together, but it's hard to hear, with the killing fields in the background always yelling in my ear. I tried not to hide and look natural at the party, but I left thinking it best. It's hard to connect with frozen eyes and a barbed wire chest. Marching in with a hope and a prayer, coming out with a metal heart and 1,000-yard stare. Took me years to reveal my pain to other veterans, and theirs to me. Tears fall like ashes, rage burning hot. Gonna tell the truth now, gonna fire this warning shot. So many lives traumatized, and for what? Every word of mine, dynamite in service to heal. Gonna blow my story open so that I can feel scars, and then make this war inside finally end. Thank you, and thank you, Bob, for sharing your story. Yeah. Right on. Face the insanity. Walls hold things up, they keep us in our place. They're square, they're there for what we can't face. Our walls keep us safe. Our walls keep us safe. Walls keep us from straying too far from our beliefs. They reject, they protect, they help us stay asleep. Walls silence the questions that lie beneath. I built a wall, hard and high. Then I heard voices singing on the other side. I risked the fall, climbed up to see that the people on the other side, they're just like me. Slow down, soften for a while, turn towards each other and open up and smile. Allow yourself to look into the other and walk a mile, walk a mile, walk a mile. Walls are built to crumble, walls are bound to fall. They lean to separate us all. No wall can defeat us, no matter how tall. We build our walls with wrong and right, piling up each judgment and blocking out the light. When my fear falls, I clearly see that the people on the other side, they're just like me. Slow down, soften for a while, turn towards each other, open up and smile. Allow yourself to listen to the other and walk a mile, 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 walk a mile. Thank you, thank you. I wrote that one with Dana Cooper out in Nashville, Tennessee. And all right, so I want to invite some other special guests up here. I want to invite Mireille Bakos and Rakaya Alfaris to come on up. It is our time to do our song. So please make welcome. Where are you guys? Oh, look at you. Zoom. Zing. Just like, I don't know, Star Trek.
Of this.
So we had the wonderful pleasure of writing this together and then singing it in New Orleans at the Folk Alliance International. It was quite a thing because Rakaya, you had never really sung in front of anybody. Just in New Orleans. So this is the second show after okay, so this is the second show for Rakaya. She's a fabulous poet, And part of the Sanctuary project is doing outreach programs with groups of people, and I had the honor of doing workshops with refugee teens, and Rakaya was in one of those workshops, and she got up. Well, I have to say that when I first got into the first workshop, I walked in and sat down in the circle. I don't know, maybe 25 kids. Was it about that? Yeah, because Mireille worked with IRC, International Rescue Committee, and really helped me, work with these groups and everything. And I got in, and it pretty much just looked like this. No. And by the end, everyone was up on stage and doing their native dances and singing their songs and reading their stories about their grandmothers. And Rakaya got up and did the most beautiful poem. And I thought, I want to write with her. So, and she luckily wanted to write with me. And the three of us got together and wrote this song. So, yeah. Anything you want to say? We'll just sing the song for you.
أنا الحرية أنا قوة الحب أنا راجعة على كل شيء حلمت فيه.
I come from a dark night. I come from a warm family too. I am rare and different, and I am just like you. To the challenge, I rise above the fighting and fear. I am bold and I am real, and I have a voice to hear. I am freedom, I am the power of love. I am coming home to all I've dreamed of. I have hopes for the future. I have a dream to build and to share. I have lived through injustice, and I am promised rising in the air. I am freedom. I am the power of love. I am coming home to all I've dreamed of. And I am more than even I know. From my lightest moments to my deepest sorrow, I claim my past, it's made me strong. This is now, I am here, and I belong. I am freedom, I am the power of love. I am coming home to all I've dreamed of. أنا حرية أنا قوة الحب أنا رشا على كل شيء حلمت فيه. I am freedom, and I am the power of love. All right. Thank you, Mireille and Rakaya. And now we got a little frisky one for you. We just released the music video to this on Friday, and I want to give a shout out to my brothers and my sister. My brother John Scott created almost all the videos for this Sanctuary release, and they are so beautiful. John Scott Clow, just doing a fabulous job. And my brother Mike and my sister Amy were all like, he'd send it to them and they'd be like, no, do this, do that. So it really was this family thing. And I have to say that they're some of my most favorite people in the world. My mother, she used to say to us all the time, children, love one another. Children, love one another. And it really worked out. We really do. Like, so watch what you say to your kids. I mean, it really, they get it sooner or later. But, all right, and this song is a song for women. And it's funny, I wrote this 3 times, and 2 times before I finished it, I did all those things that like a woman does to not empower herself. And it was like, oh, that person knows more than me, you know, like that kind of stuff. And, you know, oh, my needs aren't important, you know, just that kind of bull tickies. And it was like, all right, then I put my foot down and went, it's time. I'm going to write the song that really I want to write. And this one came out, and we went out to LA and recorded it with an all-women engineering team, all-women producers in a women-owned studio, the first woman-owned studio in LA. Yeah. And super, super cool. So this is Brilliantly, Boldly Alive. Ooh. As a little girl on my mama's knee, steeped in the stories of Adam and Eve, taught my sweet fruits might end in tragedy, and there was something wrong with me. Stay small, you're worthless, your body is dangerous. You put your hands on me, then I'm the one that's to confess. It's time we rewrite all these messages. Rise up from history into what I'm meant to be. No apologies, I am breaking free. Shine, shine with all my heart and soul this time. Show the world what I'm made of. Big and bright on full side. Shine in my light, oh brilliantly, boldly alive. Face the shadows, cut through the noise. Stand tall, raise my voice. Take back my body, take back my choice. I'm here to change the story, can no longer ignore me. I am the woman of power and glory. Shine, shine with all my heart and soul this time. Thank you, thank you. All right, Mr. Tom is going to do this last one here, and we're going to send you a little one. We ended the CD with this because there's just a whole heck of a lot to digest in this CD. And I just wanted to get that feel of like, we can do it one at a time. We just take it one at a time. We can do this. Thank you all so much. What a fabulous evening. Thank you for coming out. Yeah. Looking back when you were wide-eyed, early in the dance of life, burning hot with passion to burn, and told to sit and wait your turn, make it through school, learn how to play cool. Now the challenge is love. How to get a hold of all that you dreamed of, and heart spinning as you reach out for more. Palms sweaty, feet heavy. How do you find the courage to walk across the floor? Just take one step at a time, one at a time. You'll make mistakes, but you'll be fine. Leave your worries, your fears behind, and be on your way. One at a time. Don't miss the beauty on the ride. Everyone is precious, one of a kind. Just take them one at a time. I forgot to tell you guys that this was written with a bunch of elders, and I came to them with an agenda. I was gonna let's write about how you're invisible and nobody sees you and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, no, we just want to share our wisdom. That's all we want. So that's what this is about. And I have to remember the second verse now, and I stopped that. Something about life goes on, and then you're juggling everything all the time. In the game of money and time, juggling it all. Don't let anything fall. There are days you wonder what you do it for. Then your kid with a baseball mitt stands waiting at the door, and heart stretching, but the love you give will grow. You're strong, the race goes on. You wonder how much further you can go. Just take one day at a time, one at a time. You'll make mistakes, but you'll be fine. Leave your worries, your fears behind, and be on your way. One at a time. Don't miss the beauty on the ride. Everyone is precious, one of a kind. Just take them one at a time. Time marches on, and youth fades. Now I lay in this bed, talking with my younger self before I pass away. Ooh. And oh, by the way, thank you. As I let go into the other side, one breath at a time, one at a time. You'll make mistakes, but you'll be fine. Leave your worries, your fears behind, and be on your way. One at a time. Don't miss the beauty on the ride. Everyone is precious, one of a kind. Just take them one at a time. One step, one at a time. Each day, take it one at a time. Each breath, take them one at a time. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. We can make a sanctuary, a safe refuge, a higher ground. One people living in one world. Each act of love, show us how. Every wall that we break down, every hand that reaches out. Everywhere that love is found, we're building a new dream. Every garden that we tear, every broken heart we mend, every battle that we end, we're building a new dream. Love,
Every hand that reaches out, everywhere that love is found, building a new dream.
we can make sanctuary, a safe refuge, a higher ground. One people living in one world. Each act of love, show us how. We can build a sanctuary. Right on. Yeah. Woo! You guys look so gorgeous. Be well. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. Shine on, you crazy diamonds.
Rebecca Folsom, everybody.
Thank
Rebecca
you.
Folsom.
Eric Moon on keys. Tom Wasinger on everything. Robert Johnson, vocal galore. Mark Oblinger, fabulous. Leanne Roberts. Sandra Wong. Eric Tureen on bass. Christian Teal on drums. We had Mireille and Rakaya, and we had Steve and Carly. And thank you all so much. Mwah. We'll be downstairs again, so we'll maybe see you down there. Be well.